Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW TBC Classic and our Blood Elf Paladin playthrough. We are in the Undercity, and I have a couple of things I want to do here right away. The first thing is I want to look for a better weapon. If one is available, I'm willing to spend gold on it. Let's go ahead and search for two-handed swords. And then we'll just kind of browse around here. We obviously do not have the 40 gold for a blue item. So let's look at some green quality gear here. The Moon Steel Broadsword. This is going to be doing 24.6 DPS, 58 to 83 damage, with a 2.8 swing speed. It has stamina and spirit on it. Not the best stats, but also, like, not the worst. The other problem, though, is that we can't even afford that. So we have 9. We have 9 gold. Let's look for something else. Agility, stamina, intellect, and stamina. That could be okay. Let's go with, of the Eagle, let's go with some intellect and stamina gear. We're going to be losing some strength. I'm just thinking that maybe the DPS increase is going to make it worth it. So I don't see anything that has strength on it. Oh, there we go. Maybe we just go here. There we go. That way we lose a little bit of stamina, but we don't lose any strength. And then I also want to visit the first aid trainer. Because we have a lot of silk, and I would love to be able to spend, or use some of that silk, rather, to make bandages. But we have to be able to learn the next rank of first aid before we do that.
I haven't got all day.
Okay, so it's not the next rank of first aid though, but we can learn the silk bandage. I have to find the trainer that will allow us to continue increasing our first aid skill. I think he's out in Hammerfall, in the Arathi Highlands, actually. That being said, we have a lot of silk. We probably have more silk than we know what to do with at this point. Maybe what we'll do is we will put some of our silk and some of our other materials here into the bank. Let's do that, and let's also not continue to forget that we have a mount. We have a mount, and it is glorious. Let's go up to the top ring. We'll go to the mailbox. We will grab our sword. Are we tracking mailboxes? We are not. Let's see. What do we want to drop in the bank? Let's... Oh, we are going to run out of actual room in the bank. We are going to run out of actual room. And I don't have any extra bags. That's the rough part. Okay, we could grab some of this stuff and maybe we put it on the auction house. Maybe that's something we could do.
Trust no one.
Let's go take a look at that. I kind of want to know how much this is going for. Of course, we're not going to find it as simply as that. Why would it be so simple as to put the exact item in there? Not very much. Okay, let's do that just to kind of get rid of them. It's probably better than vendoring them. Although maybe not by much. That being said, we still have a bunch of junk that I'm probably going to vendor a lot of.
I have exactly what you need.
We're also going to get some food and water from the inn here. Yeah, I just really need to have, like, clean bags. Need some clean bags. Let's hang on to the turtle bisque. Do a little bit of quick management here. Mainly, I want to get crafting stuff into this bag. Okay, that will do for now. Where is the innkeeper? He's somewhere. Somewhere covered up by another icon. Okay, we will equip that. Let's go ahead and we will hearth back to Terran Mill. And then I think we are going to run out into Arathi. Oh, you know... Oh. We needed the Troll's Blood Potion. That was the other thing that we needed off the auction house. It's about a second too late in stopping the hearth, but not really a big deal. We'll get that turned in at some point. But yeah, I think we're going to head over into Arathi. We have this quest here to slay Boulderfist Ogres and Boulderfist Enforcers. Yeah, I think we could do that. Let's buy some water and food.
What is it?
Okay, that should be sufficient. 30 and 30.
Watch your back.
And yeah, we'll take a little shortcut here, go across country. Yeah, I put some more thought into mounts in the Season of Mastery, and I really, the more I think about it, the harder it is to believe that they're not going to reduce the cost for mounts. I haven't played much in the beta at all because I really don't care for being unpaid labor for Blizzard and testing their game, where most companies will pay a QA department to actually bug test their game. So haven't done that, and if I had, I probably wouldn't have leveled all the way to 30 or 40 anyway. But I am really curious if they're going to leave the mount cost the same. Because with the increased or decreased time to level, you know, you're leveling up a lot faster. You're not having all that time in the level 30s and 40s where you're going to go and just grind on mobs for gold. And if you do that kind of thing in the Season of Mastery where you stop questing, where you're getting so much more experience for questing, if you stop questing and you go grind mobs for gold, you're losing so much time. Like, if the gold cost is still the same, I wonder how many people will just level without their mount until they just naturally have the gold from questing to get it. Because it seems like it would slow down your leveling progress quite a bit to halt all questing and just go grind on enemies for your materials, to sell stuff, to get your mount money. But maybe there are other strategies for getting your mount that people will be forced to utilize. I'm also really curious what the economy is going to look like on a seasonal server where we don't know what the longevity of the server or the characters is going to be, besides that the season's going to last a year, and then after that we don't know what happens to the server or to the characters. Do they just go into a classic state where they are no longer the Season of Mastery, but they are just a classic, locked into classic server? And that sounds like a way just to end up with a bunch of characters on a bunch of servers that nobody logs into. And so I really wonder how the economy is going to shape up. I've thought about going herbalism and mining and just gathering and trying to sell stuff on the auction house. I'm just trying to ration through whether or not I think there's going to be like a large market for materials. Like, are people going to be leveling their crafting in the Season of Mastery? Or is that something that people are going to skip just to get a higher level quicker and get into the endgame content? Can we even mine this yet? I don't think that we can. Yeah, 125. We're at 123, so we are tragically close. Tragically close to being able to do that, but close is not going to cut it today. Ticked off a level 38 fire elemental, that's fine. I wanted to get the unlock on the map. Okay, there's Northfold Manor. Let's come back down to the south. I think that the ogres we're looking for are right down here. This might be their mound ahead of us that we are looking at. Boulder Gore. Okay, we're looking for ogres and enforcers. Let's see what we've got. We've got some trolls. Okay, there's an ogre. We have an undead mage here. Not many of us online here today in Arathi. Alright, let's get this going. Where's our buddy back here? Where'd he go? You could probably benefit from wisdom. And yeah, let's get into things. Not really noticing a huge difference in the weapon upgrade, but there is probably a little bit of a difference. We could try it out. We can kind of like switch between them and see what the damage numbers look like. 109 on a white weapon swing, 243 crit, 123 on a white. So 109 to 123 on white swings. Yeah, we can group. Grouping is fine. And now let's go ahead and try this weapon. So 109 to 123 was our white swing. This is only trending a little bit lower than that, so yeah, not a really big difference. We will put the Stonecutter Claymore of Strength back on. It does seem like it's going to deal just a little bit more damage. Maybe a little bit more is all we really need. We could probably go ahead and use Righteous Fury here just to keep their attention. Would probably benefit us and the mage quite a bit. It's too bad we don't have enough skill to get this iron and this gold that's back here. Let's go ahead and get some mana back. Take a cue from the mage here and drink up. Oh, hello there. A couple of big misses in a row there that didn't help much. We need a lot more ogres, like regular old-fashioned ogres. Like, not this guy. Alright, well he got what he needed and abandoned us. Which, I guess, like, at least he said thanks. I wonder if all the enforcers are inside and the regular ogres are outside, because yeah, I'm only seeing enforcers in here. Let's just clear back into this back room and see if that changes. We would be dealing a lot more damage if we weren't missing so often, that's for sure. What do I want to do here? We could just do a heal, I guess. We have enough mana for it. And hey, at least they don't run away. If they ran away, we might be in a little bit of trouble, but we're good. Let's eat and drink. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything is going on back there that we need. Perhaps we can start working our way out. Well, this is not a way out, which if I were reading the minimap properly, I would have realized that a lot sooner. Definitely not a way out. We did hit level 34. Which is amazing to me because we haven't been in Stranglethorn yet. And to be level 34 and to not have stepped foot into Stranglethorn, that makes me really happy. What do we want to do here? I feel like none of these were like really great for us. Chance to reduce the target's attributes. If we get crit, it causes damage to them as well. We could just increase our parry chance. Tempted to do that. Reduce... also benediction would be good. Hey, at least we killed things and they stayed dead for a little while. We didn't have to fight every single respawn on the way out. Now we're getting some respawns. But that's like kind of an appropriate amount of time. Alright, yeah, well, I mean, we almost avoided the majority of respawns, and then we stood right here and we got all of them. Okay, now let's get out of here. Let's be a little cautious though. We could potentially just run right into more enemies right outside here, so let's drink. And look, there is a regular ogre, the kind that we need. In one more level, we'll be able to get the level 35 food and water, and that's gonna do a lot more for us. Already the level 25 stuff is just not filling up our mana bar that quickly. Yeah, if we can get to level 35, if we can get to level 35 before we go into Stranglethorn, I would be really pleased with that outcome. I like Stranglethorn, but I don't want to spend forever there if I can avoid it. I've spent forever there on too many characters in the past. And as much as it is a pleasant zone that I enjoy, yeah, there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. And that's what Stranglethorn kind of becomes after a while. The Barrens is kind of similar. Like, I love the Barrens. After a while, you've just been in the Barrens for too long sometimes. Yeah, see, he fought all these guys on the outside first, and so most of them were dead by the time we got here, and then our mage buddy just needed the enforcers. Sometimes you just don't have time to help somebody fight their way out of a cave. I get it. After we finish with these guys, we are going to run out to the east, over to Hammerfall. There is a flight point there that can quickly get us back to Terran Miller, the Undercity, and I'm pretty sure the Horde trainer for first aid is out there. I've been really bad about keeping Blessing of Might up. All the while complaining about my DPS, right? I haven't been complaining about my DPS that much. The DPS has been pretty decent. Alright, we need 2 more of these guys. Let's go scout the southern side of the hill here. We should probably also make some of our silk bandages. We can still make 53. Not going to make all of those right now, but let's make a few of them and at least get them out onto our hotbar. Where are they? There we go. And there we go. Yep, 6 of them. That should be good for now. Okay, that is 8 out of 8 and 10 out of 10. Let's mount up and we can get out of here. We'll see if we can avoid getting dismounted on the way out. We also don't really want to run through here. We're going to run into Refuge Point, which is an alliance town, so we need to go around. We also need this tin vein, though. We're going to have to fight a raptor for it. As it should be. Fighting raptors for ore. I'd love to see a WoW Fresh Start season of crafting where they open up crafting and let you take all the professions you want. It hurts me to like kill the creatures. I'm so used to being able to skin things. that it hurts to leave them behind. I'm sure it would do crazy things to the economy if everybody could take all of the gathering professions, but I think for it to be a feature in a season would be really fun for people. I would really enjoy it, and I'm not like a huge crafter, but I love the concept of crafting, and if they opened it up more and kind of let me do what I want, and then, like I said, working in the experience for certain nodes, like for mining and herbalism, would be a great idea, so your character can actually get experience from doing the crafting. Not that it should necessarily be a way to level up, but if it helps out a bit, why not? It just becomes another incentive for people to engage with the crafting system, which is nothing but good. Should be able to just kind of angle ourselves out that way now. That being said, we risk aggroing everything. But we should open up some points of interest on the map by going off the road here. And there we go, it had to happen eventually. And it has happened, we have been dismounted. He was a little bit nasty, wasn't he? That's a nasty poison that he put on us. 30-second poison. No, thank you. And we have arrived at Hammerfall. There are probably going to be some quests here that we could do. And I am definitely up for that. Just a little witherbark attack going on here right in front of us. Very cool. The guards look like they have it handled. We will leave them to their work. They are professionals after all. And let's see what Torgon has for us. Foul magics. I have felt a strangeness in the air, a feeling that simmers in my blood. I had my suspicions. I set off to find the source of my unease and discovered to the west, at Northfold Manor, the residual traces of demonic summoning. As I got close, my blood began to boil and the rage within me grew. On the ground, I spied an amulet of bloodstone, used to assist in demonic summoning. The one I found was depleted, however. I'll need another to examine, but I dare not return to the manor. So he wants us to bring him 10 bloodstone amulets. We could probably do that. Yeah, it's definitely within our level range. Let's grab the flight point. Don't want to forget about that. In ancient times, trolls fought against the Arathorian Empire and our most capable adversary, Lord Igneous of Strom, named Trollbane. He rode into battle wielding Troll Kalar, Troll Slayer, in their ancient tongue. But now the sons of Trollbane are weakened, their stronghold brought to ruin. The sword is protected by several sigils that were divided among the survivors of Stormguard, and we must retrieve them. The first was taken by the Syndicate. One of their men in Stromgarde should have it. Yeah, those are not elite quests anymore, so we can actually do that at the appropriate level, which we are not currently at.
Strength and honor.
We had our breadcrumb quest here. So you think you're strong enough to help Hammerfall, so be it. Tallow either sent you to that ogre mound in hopes that you would kill yourself, or he thinks you're strong enough to aid us. Either way, you're here now, and I am in need of more soldiers in our fight against the constant attacks. If you plan on staying in Hammerfall, then get some rest, and come speak to me again when you're ready. Call to arms. The Witherbark trolls and Boulderfist ogres of Arathi are working together to rid us from this land. But we shall not meet our fates at theirs or anyone else's hand. We will slay them and show them that we too have a home here. Kill 10 Witherbark axe throwers, 10 headhunters, 8 witch doctors. Okay, these guys, where are they at? Witherbark trolls to the south of here, okay.
Strength.
Yeah, I think they're like tucked away down here or over here in the corner. Not really sure, but in one place or the other we will find them. And we could do that. We're at level... I love coming here at level 34. You can do the quest here. I feel like I always end up here at like level 31 or 32, and things are usually orange. Or at least they have been in the past. General goods, trade goods. The innkeeper. We could probably set our hearthstone here for now.
I have just the thing for you.
We have flight points that will connect us back to Terran Mill and the Undercity. What I want to find, though, is I would like to find the first aid guy, which maybe he's not here. I just remember the first aid trainer being in Hammerfall, but maybe that's no longer the case. Let's give a look down here in the buildings underneath. You are a leatherworking supplies vendor, just kind of hanging out all by yourself. And then what's going on in this building over here?
This had better be
Trauma surgeon, okay. So, here's the guy. Maybe we just don't have the skill we need. Tailoring supplies. Yeah, I have to think that there's a different first aid trainer that we need to learn from first. I don't know where that person is though, so I will have to do some investigating on that. Ooh, we have another quest. From Gormul.
What do you need?
It is still clear to me like yesterday, so many years without hope, with wood and steel to bind me to this terrible place. Then finally, there was a war chief, Doomhammer, in his midnight plate, his warhammer held high. It was too terrible that the blow of a coward would strike down our greatest hero. From behind he charged on his horse, and then his lance ran him through. I fell to my knees. What hope was there? What hope is there?
For the Horde.
Okay. Go over here and talk to another guy. We can do that.
Hey there.
Nope. Wrong one. Here we go. Ah, Gormul you speak of. Yes. From what he says, it seems he has never recovered from the death of Doomhammer. Gormul was a captive here with Thrall and Ogrim. When Thrall and Ogrim fought to free the camp. But as the earth shook and our brethren escaped, he was left behind. He wandered alone, and lost for years without direction or hope, until we returned to establish ourselves here in Hammerfall. Okay. We tried to settle him in, cheer him up, telling him stories of our mighty city at Orgrimmar in Kalimdor, but nothing would move him. Tales of our young war chief, Thrall, who bears the armor and hammer of Ogrim, but perhaps, a demonstration of our newly found shamanistic magic would give him new hope. It is worth a try. A small object we could make for him, yes. Bring me some raptor eyes, and I will see what I can do.
Later.
That's right, because orcs had lost their ability to commune with the elemental spirits when they turned to using to becoming warlocks. So they had been shaman in the past. They gave that up and lost it when they started learning warlock magic. And then I guess Thrall was the first shaman to relearn shamanistic ways, if I'm not totally messing up my lore. Alright, so the good news is we have a lot of stuff that we can work on here now that all seems pretty straightforward and pretty nearby. And yeah, it might even get us all the way to level 35, I dare say. We're going to get this turned in soon. We just need to pick up a Troll's Blood Potion. Whenever our hearth is off cooldown, we can just fly back to Undercity, grab that, and head over to Hillsbred to turn it in. We could do any of this stuff. What I like about this stuff in Arathi is that it's all in Arathi, and some of these quests are like all over the place. So we'll hold off on some of those, and we will work on things here. Always nice to be in a new zone, have a little bit of a change of pace, change of scenery. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. As always, I really appreciate you guys being here and spending your time with me in Azeroth. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and we will see you back here really soon. Bye now.